everybody. So today I just wanted to come to you with a quick video uh, for my December TBR. Now I know it's almost halfway through the month, so I know this is very, very late, but I've never done a TBR before, and I really just wanted to do this TBR like I've never done one, and I just really wanted to do one. Um, And so I've been thinking about it and thinking about and thinking about it, and I've kind of been putting it off because I don't want to feel like obligated, I guess, to finish my TBR. Um, so this is sort of a general TBR. It's something that I would like these books I would like to read. I probably won't get to read all of them before the end of the month. Actually, I almost definitely won't get to read all of them before the end of the month. Some of them will roll over to January. Some of them will have to wait a couple of months. I just, I don't know. I don't know what, like how that's going to work. Um, but I do plan on reading at least some of these before the end of the month. So this is kind of a general TBR. I'm not holding myself to it. I'm not going to stress myself out over it. Um, because at the end of the day, reading is supposed to be fun, right? That's kind of the whole point. That's why we're here. It's to relax and have fun and share our love of books. So, uh, that's all I wanted to say. Okay, let's just get into it. So, the first book I have on my TBR is a book that I recently got, and that is An Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir. I've been reading this. I think I'm on page 312, so I'm pretty far into it. Um, I'm really loving it though. I'm loving it so much. I'm flying through it. I almost guarantee you that I will finish this before the end of the month. Probably even before Christmas. So it's just one of those books that just pulls you in, and it's so good. It's high fantasy. It's deals with a lot of real world issues though, but in a very sort of fantasy way with fantastical characters, but also characters that you can really relate to and characters who you can really feel like you're there. You feel like you are in this world with these characters and you're becoming friends with these characters. And every time you go back and revisit this world, I have this is the first time I've ever read it, so I don't know, but I would think that it would just get better and better. So, needless to say, I love this book. Um, yes, read it. It's wonderful. Okay, the next book I have on my TBR is a book I have not started, but that I also picked up recently, and that is The Ghost of Greylock by Dan Poblocki. Okay, so this is supposedly uh, this is about a haunted hospital. And there's a kid who goes in to see the hospital for himself. I'm just getting this off the back of the book. Um, and then he just isn't prepared for what he finds, and it's got a lot of suspense and thrills, and it's creepy and scary, and I love that kind of stuff. I love creepy, scary stuff, especially around Halloween. This would have been perfect for Halloween, but unfortunately I didn't have it on Halloween, so I know it's not really a Christmassy book, but I think it's going to be really good. The next books that I have on my TBR is the City of Ember trilogy by Jeanne Dupro. If you don't know, these books are fairly old. Um, I got these. A lot of my books I get from my local library and from used bookstores. I have another video about that. It's called Why I Stay Away from Big Bookstores. You can check that out if you want to know more about that. But anyway, these books are fantastic. I saw the movie. I loved the movie. I especially love the fact that this first one has like pictures from the movie in it. Um, it's kind of in bad shape. It's kind of starting to fall apart, so I try to be very careful with it, but I love it. And So the first book is The City of Ember. Next book is The People of Sparks. And the last book is The Prophet of Yonwood. Those are the three books. So, yeah, City of Ember trilogy by Jan Duprop. Moving right along, the next two books I have on my TBR. These copies are actually on loan from my local library, so I will have to take them back. But I do definitely want to get my own copies of these books. And that is the Six of Crows duology. So the first book by Leigh Bardugo, the first book is Six of Crows, then the second book is Crooked Kingdom. I definitely want to get these read, and I hope I really enjoy them because I love these covers. These covers are beautiful, 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 and I really think they're going to be fantastic. And I really want to pick up these books for myself, whether from my local library, whether buying them from the local library, used bookstore, or from one of the. Okay, moving right along. Next book is Playing Kate by Erin Bow. This is a book about a girl who is living in this world where magic is a thing. And everyone is very superstitious, and curses and magic are definitely a thing. Carving is supposedly very is like a big thing, and she's like the woodcarver's daughter, and people basically call her Witchblade, but witches are hunted down and burned. So it's very dangerous for her to have anything being associated with a witch. Um, then things start to go bad. The countryside is looking for people to blame, and they start to blame Kate for the fact that everything's going wrong in life. The crops are failing, yada yada yada, the economy is crappy, and they basically accuse her of being a witch. And then there's this person named Lene who shows up and he decides to give her a proposition that in exchange for her shadow, he will grant her heart's wish. And she tries to figure out, but then she realizes that she can't live without her shadow forever, and things start happening. And anyway, it's supposedly really good. Her best friend is her cat Tegel, which I love. Um, so I think that's going to be a really, really, really good book. The next book is one that I am still reading, surprisingly. I think it's because I've got so many books to read. Um, But honestly, though, I'm working really hard on expanding my book collection as much as I possibly can. So that's really important to me. Okay, so the next book is Enchanted by Alethea Contis. Um, this is a great book. This is about a book with a young woodcutter's daughter whose name is Sunday. All of her brothers and sisters are named after the days of the week. There's 7 kids, so there's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. She meets an enchanted frog who she starts to become friends with and fall in love with, and she doesn't realize that when she kisses him, he turns into a prince. Um, but the problem is, then she doesn't recognize him, uh, and there's like a lot of secrets hidden in his past, and all these things, and all this stuff starts to come to light, and it's like a fairy tale ish retelling ish. It's got elements of all kinds of elements of the Princess and the Frog, elements of Cinderella, elements of, it's got elements of Hansel and Gretel. It's got elements of a lot of different fairy tales in this. It's very, very good. I'm really enjoying it. I need to get back to it, but I'm really enjoying it. So hopefully I'll get this one read. And the last one I don't think really needs too much of an explanation. You can certainly Google it. It's fairly new. Lots of people have read it. I've heard many, many good things about it on BookTube and elsewhere. And that is The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken. I'm just getting into the first book. It's definitely a wild ride. This book series is definitely not for the faint of heart. So if you're feeling a little bit kind of on edge, or like you don't want to read anything that's too dark, you just want to stick to things that are lighthearted and happy, this is definitely not the book to pick up. Um, but if you want something a little bit darker, a little bit twisted, you're looking for that kind of a thrill, while at the same time having romance and hope and all these other positive things, this is definitely a good one. It's really, really, really good. I really enjoy it. And that is it. That is my December TBR. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you all next time. Alrighty. Alrighty. Bye, guys. Bye.